Hey mamas, I'm Brooke Miller, registered dietitian, certified lactation counselor, and a mama who has helped hundreds of moms feel like themselves again after baby, boost their energy, mood, metabolism, and even milk supply. Inside of the Postpartum Shift podcast, you'll learn how to take care of your health so that you can show up best for the ones you care about most. Each week, we'll tackle topics like nutrition, exercise, breastfeeding, mental health, and so much more. Plus, you'll get access to guest experts who will share ways to make your pregnancy and postpartum experience easier. Whether you're approaching the postpartum period or you're right in the thick of it, you're in the right place. Let's dive into today's topic. If the holiday season has you feeling out of control around food or anxious about gatherings, maybe that you're going to be off track hitting your health goals, then you are not alone. Maybe you find yourself reaching for sugary treats late at night for a moment of peace and silence when the kids are finally in bed, but you end up eating more than planned. And maybe that leaves you feeling regretful afterwards, especially when moms are so stressed during this holiday season. So many of us find ourselves using food to cope with our emotions and stress. Maybe holiday gatherings leave you dreading all of the treats and desserts that you try so hard to resist, and you want to enjoy yourself, but then you end up feeling like you've overdone it again. Now, some moms are traveling during the holiday season, and they're going to be traveling in the next few months, and a lot of these moms feel like they kind of bounce between restricting before the holiday or trying to restrict during the holiday and then overindulging, struggling to find a balance that actually feels good. I've talked to so many moms who feel like when they dine out or share a holiday meal, they feel a lot of guilt and shame after, feeling like maybe they should have ordered something healthier or that they just spent the entire family gathering just standing at the dessert table, just eating dessert, and looking down only to realize that they've had way more dessert and their pants will no longer button. Even some moms that I talk to have said that just the stress of the holidays in general has them reaching for snacks to cope, and they end up emotionally eating more during this holiday season to try to take the edge off, only to find themselves feeling more guilt, shame with the food afterwards. So if you can relate to any of those things, I just want to let you know that you are not alone. We are approaching the holidays, and this can be a really stressful time for so many of us. I know those of us who have older kids, our kids are out, they're home for some of these days, especially next month around the holidays, and it really throws our schedule off. The weather is unpredictable, traveling is unpredictable. I don't know about you, but Christmas a few years ago, we decided to drive from Colorado to Wisconsin. We got stuck in a blizzard, full on blizzard. Like they shut down the highways, which rarely happens in the States. We had to find the closest hotel, the only hotel basically off that exit. So we spent the night before Christmas Eve in a Super 8 motel with my kids and our dogs, and our dog was so anxious. He gets anxiety in the car. Anyway, he was throwing up. He was pooping all over. Like, I am telling you, it was the most stressful Christmas of all time. And we were like on the road for basically 3 days straight because of this crazy blizzard. And needless to say, you know, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, you should have just flown, Brooke. Well, if you guys remember back a few years ago, do you remember when Southwest just completely like shut down their flights? Yeah, we always fly Southwest for a few reasons. One, if you live near Minneapolis or you fly into Minneapolis, which is where we always fly when we fly home, Southwest is in the small airport, which means with kids, it's just like super easy to like get your rental car, get out, you're at the small airport. We have Southwest points. That's the card that we use for just like our everyday groceries and expenses. So anyway, as a family, we always fly Southwest, and you know, it's free checked bags, which is great when you have strollers, car seats, all the things. So needless to say, for those of you saying, well, you should have just flown that year, well, we would not have made it either. So it was like dreaded. And then of course with the weather, it's so unpredictable. So just traveling during the holidays, it is extremely stressful. And so I've talked to so many moms who feel like during this holiday season, they are so stressed and anxious about buying Christmas presents and wrapping and getting all the stuff on the to-do list done and your kids are home. This is also like prime RSV and sickness season. So kids are homesick, and it is a beautiful time of year, and it is also a really stressful time of year. And so many moms, I feel like during this time, they maybe are gaining traction with some of their health goals, and then they feel like everything, in this next few months is just like completely thrown off. Like they're off the wagon, they have no control, and that's why a lot of people are like, oh, January 1st, let's start over. And I don't want you going into the holidays feeling that way. I don't want you going into the holiday season feeling like all is lost, like all your progress with maybe your strength training, with your nutrition, with, your energy, mood, like everything that you've been working so hard on. I don't want you to lose track of that during the holiday season. And the truth is, you don't have to just survive the holidays. You can thrive. You can actually, say goodbye to overeating until you're overly full. You can say goodbye to white knuckling it through all of the holiday gatherings and, just trying to get more willpower. You can say goodbye to regretting missed holiday traditions or memories because you're so focused on being so good and so restrictive. And you can even say goodbye to gaining weight over the holidays or feeling super bloated and sluggish after holiday meals. The truth is, you can go into the holidays eating without worry and making choices that nourish you and help you feel your best. You can go into the holidays ditching cravings with practical strategies. You can go into the holidays feeling balanced and in control at gatherings, while traveling, while dining out, where you enjoy your holiday favorite foods, but you also eat foods that make your body feel good. And you deserve to go into the holidays, cherishing family traditions like baking with your kids or sharing a meal and feeling relaxed and satisfied, knowing that you're still supporting your health goals and still enjoying your life. So if that is you, let's break it down. So there's a few reasons why a lot of moms feel like they are just losing or getting off track during the holiday season. One is our schedules. Like I said, our kids are off school for a majority of the time, and, maybe we're off work or our work schedule has changed. And so we need to learn how to adapt and adjust during this time. And so maybe our workouts look a little different. Maybe our workouts are a different time of day, or maybe we're working out with our kids. Maybe it just means taking our kids for a long walk outside, or if it's snowing, like tomorrow where I'm planning to take my kids to the mall. We have a really nice mall near us, and I'm just going to take them in the stroller and just go walk around because we're getting a blizzard as I currently record this. And so we can't go play outside, but I still need to get out and move my body, right? And so there's so many different things that we can do during this holiday season to adjust and adapt. And something else we need to look into is if you find yourself using food to cope with your emotions. This is super common. We need to at least acknowledge that that is happening. And a lot of moms don't even realize it. They're just so stressed out and they're turning to food and they don't even have acknowledgement around it. So just having awareness around that is super important. That way you can implement the right strategies to help you. There's also other reasons why moms feel like they go off track during the holidays. Some moms will restrict because they know the holidays or during vacation or during travel, things are just going to go off the rails. And so this can actually set your body up for failure because now your metabolism and your hormones are all screwed up from going really restrictive before this. And then you are more likely to binge, have cravings, and gain weight over time. There's a lot of root cause reasons why moms struggle during the holidays, especially when it comes to things like cravings, binges, and overeating. And this is why for Black Friday this year, I want moms to stay ahead of the game. I want moms to be able to stay on track. I want you to be able to enjoy the holidays. And because of this, for the first time, I'm bundling together a special Black Friday bundle to stay healthy during the holidays. So inside this bundle, you are going to get a travel, a holiday, a dining out, and alcohol guide. So this is your go-to guide for navigating dining out, vacations, weekends, holiday gatherings. So you stay on track with your postpartum health goals. You'll learn what meals to order at popular restaurants, how to make balanced meals, how to enjoy alcohol mindfully if you decide to drink, and make choices that boost your energy and mood through the holiday season. You're also going to get a healthy holidays guide. This is just tips for staying on track with your health goals during the season. Not only that, if you guys ever have gone to family gatherings, I remember a family gathering where my cousin had just given birth. Like, I am talking like she was like weeks postpartum, maybe a month postpartum, but very newly postpartum. And one of my uncles saw her and said, he like made a comment, "Are you pregnant again? Haha." Like, oh my gosh. I remember witnessing this. This was before I had kids. And I was like, this is so inappropriate. This is so uncalled for. And I don't know about you, but I have definitely been to a lot of family events where people have made comments about like food or body, like, "Oh, you really let yourself go. You've gained weight. Are you pregnant again? Should you be eating all of that? Wow, you've had a lot of cookies." And if you are anything like me, maybe you are like, I don't know what to say in these moments. So I am also throwing in a handling food and body comments guide. This is so you can stay calm and confident at family gatherings, knowing exactly how to respond to any comments about your food or body choices. You'll feel empowered and confident on how to navigate these moments. And it's funny because this guide talks about like sassier ways to respond and then like calmer ways. So whether you are more confrontational or less confrontational, there's a response for every person in there. And I love that. I love being equipped going into those holiday meals, especially if you know that there's certain relatives who have a few drinks and they are just completely unfiltered. And then the last thing that is in this Black Friday bundle is the Kick Your Cravings to the Curb course. So this is a program where we have all of these causes and reasons for cravings, and then there's strategies for each one. So you get to the root cause of your cravings. And for a lot of moms, there's multiple reasons why we have cravings, why we overeat, why we have binges. And so for many of us, we actually have to work through a few of these different root cause strategies. And this is just going to help you stop the overeating, the binging, and break the cycle for good. We also talk a little bit about guilt and shame with, what happens when we do overeat and how to handle that and acknowledge that and move on and learn from those experiences. So if you are wanting to go into this holiday season feeling really confident, staying on track, and not feeling like you completely have to start over on January 1st because you just like let everything go and you felt completely off the rails during the holiday season. And some moms that have done some of these things in this bundle, one mom who did the Cravings course, she said, "I baked chocolate chip cookies and I freely allowed myself to have one when I wanted it. By the end of the week, they were getting stale. I was grabbing less and less. This was a month ago, and I haven't thought of a chocolate chip cookie since." Another mom said, "I have been noticing that I don't have unhealthy food cravings like I used to. This is a huge win for me. I have been enjoying exercise more, and I feel like I have better control over food instead of food controlling me." And so she's going to be able to take this into the holiday season as well. And then another mama said, "I'm amazed I've lost weight because I have not been restricting or avoiding foods at all. I have noticed a significant improvement in stress eating and binges, and I never thought this would happen." So here's the truth. You can walk into the holidays feeling confident that you can stay on track with your health goals. You can walk into the holidays confident on what to order, how to balance your plate, and you can walk into the holidays completely feeling in control around all foods and enjoying the holidays, making memories around food, because food is a beautiful way to cope with our emotions. Food can be a beautiful way to celebrate family and the holidays, but food can also become, for a lot of moms, our only coping mechanism to cope with stress, boredom, loneliness. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to use food in moments of celebration. And I want you to also just feel physically good and be able to mindfully eat and stop when satisfied and, continue allowing yourself permission to eat when you are hungry and all of those things. So if that is you, this Healthy for the Holidays bundle, we're doing a Black Friday sale this week only. We're doing it today and until Thursday at midnight. You can get $200 off this program. So it's 67% off. You can get this entire bundle, everything for only $97. I've never priced all of these things together this low before, but I was like, Black Friday, I want to help moms succeed in this holiday season. So if that is you, you can go ahead and click the link in the show notes to grab this bundle before the Black Friday deal expires. And it's super quick. You can get through this entire program in in a day. All the trainings are like 5 minutes. They're very bite sized. So you can easily get through all of this before, if you're in the US, Thanksgiving, before Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever holidays you do celebrate where you live. Just know that you could easily get through this well before Thanksgiving in the United States, which is why I am running this promotion a little early, because I want moms to feel really empowered and confident going into this season. So I'm cheering for you, Mama, and I will see you in the next episode. Exercise is crucial for our overall mental and physical health, especially during pregnancy and postpartum. Something that has helped me stay really consistent with strength training and yoga at home during nap time is the Expecting and Empowered workout app. I love that I can choose how many weeks pregnant or postpartum I am, and the app tells me exactly what to do. Plus, there's cardio, yoga, and strength training options for new moms and moms-to-be. You can go ahead and click the link in the show notes to get 7 days free and also save 15% off the annual option when you use promo code Nutrition for Mamas. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and listening to the Postpartum Shift podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean the world to me if you could share this episode with a mom friend and leave a written review. This helps the podcast reach and help even more moms. Come say hi over on Instagram at Nutrition for Mamas.